if you are lucky enough to survive and make it into the Spire, then I would like for you to map each level also, and I will pay you for every level that you map.
How much are we talking here per level?
I will pay you enough.
Enough.
Well, once we have the maps in hand, we can have a better negotiation of price. Kate, we're going there anyway, so I say we take him up on his offer. We'll make the maps, come back and negotiate.
Yes, I just wish I knew ahead of time how much our lives are worth here. Even a rough estimate?
1 second. He'll pay you, really doesn't say, so just give you, we'll give you 100 gold per level, and then he'll make it worth your while depending on how many levels that you can actually map for him. So basically the more that you map, the more the reward that you'll get.
If we map all of it,
then that would be worth a pretty hefty bonus, wouldn't it? Maybe I might let you into my home and take you to my trophy room and let you choose some things from that room. I am getting older. I would like to see some of my treasures used. So possibly there may be something more in it for you. For each of you, that is. Not just one, but for each of you.
Well, if we're talking an exponential value increase per level that we map out, you have yourself a deal.
Sounds good. I will make it worth your while.
So long as you supply the parchment and the chalk to write with.
I can do that. And he kind of looks behind the door and tells one of his servants. Doesn't look like, because you remember Fort Inevitable does allow slavery, but you can see that he doesn't refer to him as a slave, calls him by name, and he basically goes off and gets quite a few pieces of parchment for you. He gives you 5 bottles of ink and 30 pieces of parchment. And these are full-size pieces of parchment. five bottles of black ink. Also, several writing utensils. 5 writing utensils. Just in case you run out.
Alright. Who wants to hold on to those items? I have some similar items already.
yeah, I've got pen and parchment also. So
Yeah. BigDirt isn't
asking
much
about-
on writing, so he better not take it.
Alright. Kate was asking about this. Want you take them?
Okay.
Alright.
What was that, parchment and what?
10 parchment, and was it 6 vials of ink? It was?
30 pieces of parchment and 5 vials, and also 5 writing utensils.
Okay.
That is all I know about the Spire. It is a very dangerous place, and you should be prepared. There are ways to travel around quickly through the Spire. There are also rifts outside of the open area around the spire. We've actually lost several adventuring parties that were making their way to the spire at different points, and it is like a vortex that just pulls them into a random level of the dungeon. But I will tell you this: the deeper that you travel, the more hideous dangers lie. I've lost many friends in the Spire throughout my adventuring career.
I can't wait to explore.
You have the right attitude.
I can't wait to kill the undead. Was eating that beast.
You'll get your chance, priest. There are plenty of undead to kill. Plenty enough to go around for everyone. Oh,
I'm just wondering,
by the way,
what necromancer made the skull to create such vile monstrosities?
I do not know. But hundreds of years ago, through written knowledge, there was this crown skull. Named the crown skull, that's how we know of it. And it was deactivated. It is probably not dormant anymore. Hence the reason why the Hell Knights want other adventurers to go in there. Those idiots, they do not want to go in there themselves. So, and I almost forgot. He you know, Abernard reaches into his pocket and he is twirling something in his hand. And he goes,
what is that?
I almost forgot about my precious keepsake that made its way from that hideous dungeon decades ago, the last time I was there. And he opens up his hand, and it's a sliver, and he says, as he opens it up and you see it as a sliver of material, he calls it his sky metal knockwool. And it, you know, the looks of it appear to be like a greenish type of, you know, chip or shard from something. And it's no bigger than like a fingernail. And it actually has like a
what is that?
a serrated edge on it. And it's not very big, but it has like this very fine serrated edge, and that's, you know, that's what's interesting to him. And he wants to know if you can find out where this came from and what it's from. I can offer you another 1,500 gold pieces, but I want the item, so I can.
Right.
This has bothered me for 30 years, and I would love to see what this little piece is from.
Will I step up to him to take a closer look at it?
Mm-hmm. Sure. And in fact, I cannot give it to you, but you can inspect it and you can sketch it any way that you see fit.
Alright, I will do that.
Okay?
Am I allowed to hold it?
Sure. Absolutely. He hands it over to you.
Alright. He says about the size of a thumbnail, has a serrated edge. What color is it?
It is a greenish type of color.
Does it look like metal?
It doesn't look like... It just looks like a chunk or a sliver of something. But it has this finely serrated edge. And it looks like it's not a natural type of edge. It looks like it was actually created.
Alright,
Looks like...
speaking of green and emerald towers and that sort of thing, does it look like a jewel? Does it look like it might be translucent in any way?
Yes, it does a little bit. Mm-hmm. Looks like a small piece of jade, basically. Has a greenish tint with a little, very, very slight white swirl in it.
Alright, I want to cast magic.
Okay.
On this item.
It does glow.
Okay.
And he kind of laughs and he says, "We've done that years ago." He just kind of chuckles. It is magical.
All right. Well, I will sketch it out and write down a description of everything that I find out about it.
Okay. It looks something like what a hunter or gatherer would use for like skinning something, like a piece of obsidian, you know, but like I said, the edge is serrated basically, and it looks like it was made that way. It's just a large piece the size of like your thumb fingernail. So I mean, it's not that big, but it's distinctive that you can see that, the serrated edge to it.
I'm back.
Hello.
Technical difficulties there.
No problem. Couldn't even tell. I didn't even know. But yeah, it's like I said. It's about the size of a thumbnail. Looks like a piece of jade, really light green with a whitish type of swirl to it. But it's so faint, the swirl, that it's really not noticeable unless you really are up close and looking at it. But he calls it his sky metal Knockwall. His crazy name.
Is he saying knock wall?
Knockwall. N-O-Q-U-A-L. N-O-Q-U-A-L. Knockwall. I guess that's how you would say that, right?
Knockwall?
Yeah. Knockwall. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm terrible with languages, so don't ask me.
I wish you luck in the Spire. I wish you were more successful than I was back in my prime. Maybe those vicious things have fought each other off and killed each other off, and you'll have a fairly easy time. I will pray for you. And he wishes you good luck again and tells you that he'll be here.
Alright, cool. Did he tell us the location of the entrance?
There's really only one way in.
Okay. No,
Wait,
so
so
we have
tunnels
to fumble
maybe
around.
that
If you'd like to RP that, I'd ask him, knock on the door again. Sure, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll knock on the... Hey!
Oh yes, can I please have my Knockwall back, please? I forgot to almost get that back from you. It's such an important keepsake that I have. So he takes
Your what? I thought I handed that to you.
Where did that go?
Oh yes, I almost forgot my sky metal Knockwall. So he takes his Knockwall back from you, and he goes to shut his door.
No, we got a couple questions for you.
Oh yes. The Golden Girls are coming on soon. You have to hurry. No, just kidding.
Is there only one entrance, or is there many entrances to this spire?
There was 2 entrances. There used to be a grand entrance, but over time it has decayed and fallen. But there is a road, and you can it's pretty much the only road that you can get up the side of the mountain. The ruins sit on top of a cliff about 40 feet up. So it sits 40 feet up on a plateau. And then, the spire, it juts 2 miles up, several miles up into the air. And there is a keep that surrounds the spire. And then you can get in on one of the sides of the keep. It's been so long that I cannot remember, but I believe it is the southern portion of the keep. I think it is the southern wall. So I think it is.
Any secret entrances that you know about?
Not that I know of, but be sure to mark those locations down if you do find any such.
Yes.
I will pay you handsomely for mapping the spire. I will definitely make it worth your while.
Okay.
Any other questions, my friends? My newfound friends?
I think that's it for me.
Unless you're holding any information back, that should be about it.
If you have anything else that might assist us in any way, we'd appreciate it. Items or other information.
So he's kind of yes, I do recall the name now of the wizard that disappeared. No, I don't even come to think of it. I don't even think he was a wizard. But it is the last person that I hired to map both the spire, the outer runes, and the actual levels of this place. His name is Clarkish. I think his name was Clark. He kind of looks behind the door and he goes, "Hey, Raph, is his name Clarkish?" And he goes, "You hear her? Yeah, it was Clarkish. Clarkosh, Clarkish. His name was Clarkish. Clarkosh.
Alright, so
Clarkosh.
in addition to 2 wizards missing in there may also be a Clarkosh.
Yes.
And what drove you out when you were there?
A foul beast called an Otyug. Otyugs. There were many of them. We were overwhelmed.
What is an Otyug?
Basically like a Zorn, but with like lashing arms, sort of, kind of. Like a Zorn that has like the mouth on the top. Just look it up real quick. Here, let me show you what a Otyug.
Well, no, I'm asking my character. I'm assuming my character. I'm asking a character.
Yeah, well, why don't you do a
For him to kind of describe it.
do a dungeoneer if you are proficient in dungeoneering, go ahead and give me a roll.
No.
Okay.
I am. No, I'm not. I remember somebody was. Artis.
Well, no, I'm asking the wizard. You know, if you could describe it. I don't know what a Untiug is, and I probably don't know what a Zorn is. So
They have, I will tell you, they have multiple legs and tentacle arms, and they are very vicious. Let me here. Let me.
Is it a beast of some sort? Would I be able to
It's a monster.
know
of the
anything about
depths.
them? It's my natural knowledge.
do you have a drawing of it, Mr. Absurd?
Sure, I have a drawing of it right here. Go get the book.
Dirt don't know much about them.
This is basically what an Otyug looks like, and this is how he describes it to you.
Ooh, interesting.
Give or take some features, multiple, legs and tentacles, and they're pretty vicious. Mouth. I guess you can kind of call it like maybe a walking roper, maybe a little bit.
No, I think you're correct in the Zorn.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Zorn, yeah. But yeah, kind of looks like a Zorn a little bit.
That's too bad. Our
Walking
specialty
garbage
is ropers.
disposal.
But the Zorn is more of a, straight up, mouth is kind of straight up, But I think the Zorn has more arms and legs, and I think the Otyug is the opposite and has more legs than arms. Kind of the same thing. You guys might find out what they are. Maybe.
Well, excellent. Is there anything else? I don't think we need anything else, do we?
No, I'm ready to kill things.
Alright, well, thank you, Mr. Royce. We'll be on our way.
My pleasure. Good luck. And then he closes the door, and that's it.
I'd just like to
Still
say
the
to
morning
everybody
time.
that I'd just like to state that I do not trust this man.
You know, the kid said he was crazy. So
I heard that through the door.
No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't say that.
That's great.
He does not say that.
Okay,
Well,
so
Vhey, did you
we
pick up
want
your
to.
darts?
Yeah, I did. I got my darts. Anyone else need anything?
No, I don't need anything.
So we want to go out the north gate here.
Okay. You guys have control of the area. You guys want to check things out around? It's up to you. If you guys want to go straight to the Spire, we can do that, or you can explore the rest of the area. It doesn't make any difference to me.
but we're right next to the south gate. Let's go out that and
Oh,
take
there
our
are some
time getting
farms
there.
down there.
Whoa, wait. Didn't you have to go somewhere, Dirt?
I don't know, did I?
Yeah, must be imagining things. Never mind then, let's go.
You must be imagining things. You must be imagining things. So you guys are leaving. This is called the Juliver Gate, the south gate. Basically, identical construction as the gate on the east. Smaller gate. The north gate is definitely by far the largest of the three gates, and this is smaller, like the east. Thanks, Mad Bomber. Appreciate the follow. So there's a small guard detail here, and one of them is named Bulger, and he is a male half-orc, and the other guards are also half-orc as well.
Brothers!
Kind of nod to you.
How is this fine day?
Good to die. So where are you heading to?
Well, just to explore around. See what the lay of the land holds today.
You're not one of those bandits, are you? That have been terrorizing the farms to the south or in the surrounding vicinities?
If we were bandits, why would we be coming out of the fort?
We have a warrant.
There is trickery. Ah, you have a... What do you have the warrant for? May I see it, please?
Sure. I don't think I'm actually the one that has it though.
I think
We
you
all
do.
have one.
Oh,
you all have a warrant. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
alright. I present it then.
Okay. He looks it over. It is official. Ah, you're heading over to the death. I mean the Spire. Looks like. He
Yes,
kind of chuckles
sir.
and looks at the other orcs, and they kind of chuckle with one another. Going over to solve that undead problem that we have, huh?
Yep.
Ah, that sees you guys are independent. You're not associated with the salamanders, then.
That is correct.
Wow, they'll be happy to hear about that.
Oh, we have their blessing.
And one of them says, "Yeah, they will. They'll be happy to hear." Kind of repeating everything that the
but
boss
she's
of the
sweet on
gate
me.
says. Oh, really?
God, I'm picturing some guy just like cross-eyed, talking like that.
Yeah, Shirina, she's a pretty tough cookie. And the orcs, yeah, you just pay no attention to him. It looks like you're official. You can move freely. don't get a little frustrated if you are stopped several times by the cavalry that patrols the area. You know, we are just doing our jobs as Hell Knights.
Do the undead bother the city too much?
No, they usually don't get close. The cavalry usually whacks them out.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Well, if you don't mind, you could step aside so we can go.
Oh! Feel free to leave. He steps aside. Excuse me, don't let me set you back. So, as you guys are, you know, traveling to the south, there is a farmstead. And this is Drone's Tannery. And this is the location right here. I'll give you this location super quick. Now, this location is basically for leather, and it is owned by Drern, another half-orc, and he's basically a retired sellsword, and he owns this tannery and the adjoining pasture lands. So if you need any kind of leather, it needs cheap leather. And you also remember seeing leather from Drern's Tannery in the market square to the north. So, remember I was saying last week how a lot of the surrounding farms and establishments not only have stores at their, you know, on their property, but that's where they also bring their goods and their wares into Fort Inevitable to trade or sell. At the North Gate. That's where pretty much the hot spot is for trade. You know, plus Thornkeep, they come to Inevitable too, and they're able to do trading with you know, the bulk company, and also if there's anything at the North Gate, they can usually pick it up there. So to the west is Naldred's Farm, and this is Naldred's Farm here. And I will put these locations in the journal later on. Now, Naldred's Farm is basically, as you're, you know, traveling, you see there's nothing but crops of wheat and other types of grain, barley, stuff like that. And this is owned by Naldred Tillman, which is a human. And this is you do notice that there are a lot of, as you guys are traveling on the road, you can see that there is a lot of slavery being taken advantage of here. Naldred's Farm is definitely using slavery to its advantage, and as you're passing through, you know, they kind of look over at you, and you can see that there are taskmasters there kind of enforcing the work, and that the slaves do not look to be in the best of shape.